Hey, Adventures, how you doing? What state are you from? Oh, okay. You're welcome. Imagine this, all this fresh water. Hey, Elizabeth. Thanks, Slim. You're welcome. All right, Peachy. Peachy Rider. You say you can wait here, huh? I'll be right back, okay? Stay here. I'll be right back, huh? Be right back, okay? Stay there. Stay there. I'll be right back. I'm about 2.5 hours from Ann Arbor, straight north. Water has went down some. Fresh water. Yeah, I'm in a Tawas Point State Park, about 2.5 hours north of Detroit on the far east side, East Tawas, Michigan. This park's taken a beating because of erosion, as you can see. Most of the trails have been wiped out. They've lost all their beach. It's really taken a hit. It's a beautiful day today. Yeah, it is. It's sad. You know, I got mixed feelings on that. On one hand, I feel bad. On the other hand, it's not like some toxic waste dump is filling it up with bad chemicals. It's just, it was in the cards for Mother Nature. High water levels, and, you know, it's funny because I grew up in Michigan. My whole life, I always wondered, it's like, how do these beaches just not erode away all these years? Well, they are eroding away now. It's a huge problem. Yeah, right. Sad, but not, you know. I mean, the state has hit the panic button. They're trying to save it because, you know, you're not going to come to a place like this if you can't lay out on the beach, camp. So it's really hit them in the pocketbook. Hard to believe this is all clean, fresh water. 78 miles straight across to Canada. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you call it cruel. I mean, it is what it is. It's humans that put the value of bad or good. Just doing what it does, you know what I mean? Guess mankind occupied this area too long. The sunsets here are fantastic, right here on the tip. I come out here in the winter mostly. There's a lighthouse right there. So I'm going to let Daisy out, and then I'm going to come back here and do some photography. You know, like a lot of bays, the temperature is about 54 degrees. Like a lot of bays, you know, it's kind of protected. It's really shallow out there. but it has went down a little bit, which is good news. The big worry here, and I mean, I'm obsessed with this place, is that this fine strip of sand that's left that protected Lake Huron from this little lagoon they have here is about ready to become one big piece, which is not good. So if you look here, this lagoon's been here for like 1 billion years, and you can see the water's already past where people would be sitting. So right here, when this gets wiped out, you can see it's already washed over. This is going to become part of the lake right here, one big piece. And I don't think that parking lot can take that. You can see it's already washed over, and it's just not good. So it's this little thin strip of sand that's left, keeping this area from being opened up, which is not going to be good. Oh, come on, go pee-pee. Good girl. Yep, that's me. Yeah, I get out here all the time. Yeah, if you look at, I mean, I've got hundreds of videos of this place for like a long way back. Actually, I think some of my best videos, to me, they didn't get many views, but are when we had that record cold about 5 years ago. And you can see where the roads were, the beaches were, the whole bit. I mean, I try not to get bummed out about it because it is still a natural occurrence. And, you know, you just hate change like this when so many people enjoy a beautiful area. But where those people are walking now, from that building right over to that area, once that gets eroded away, you can see the waters from the lake's going to come right up to this parking lot and wash all this stuff out. That building over there, there used to be about 125 feet between the front of the building and the lake. Now it's right up to the concrete. So, you know, it's all been washed away. I'm really surprised this sand hung in here as well as it did. I'm glad it did, though. A lot of birds out today. I'm gonna, as soon as Daisy gets done doing her running around, I'm going to go use a short lens and just photograph all the way to the tip. perfect day for it. This is the most people I've seen out here all year. Nice to see people out and enjoying things a little bit. Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it, Shell? Sure is. I mean, it's really, I mean, in person it's even better. Blue water, beautiful sandy beaches. I mean, it doesn't even, you think you'd be out in the Caribbean or something, minus the kind of trees you see. That's a herring gull. Yeah, it's a really beautiful area. Yep. This is a, now, you know, this is listed as a really good bird watching place, but I've never really found that to be true. I mean, you do get some birds that come through here, but you can't set up good like you can down around Pinconning, where you can just sit in your car and start firing pictures away at things that are landing and flying by. Here, I never see birds that much. Yeah, they do swim, although the Great Lakes, by and large, are colder than what people would find comfortable. You know, if you're a young kid having fun, you don't care. But these Great Lakes, even in the summertime, are pretty cool. So it's not like you're down, you know, on an August day down on the Atlantic. You don't see many older people paddling around in any of these Great Lakes in the summer. It's too damn cold. Yeah, those were turkey vultures. It's no great birding experience, but I can tell you this, I've been trying to get that close to turkey vultures my whole life. They're very skittish. And I went over there, down there around Pinconning, to that bird sanctuary. And it's a flooded plain the DNR runs. And they were running around the roads, and I got some shots. I mean, I love birds, you know, as good as I could. You know, you're always getting the dark side. I'm looking up at the birds, so you're not going to get the detail like the sun was shining down. But anyway, they took off, and then I went over in a little corner. I was going to let Daisy out, and I watched them land like right in front of me on that gate post. Yeah, it'll never happen to me again. Not that some rare shot, but they're super impossible to get close to. And it was just kind of cool how they were sitting there looking at me, and it was like no big deal. It's like a perfect photo opportunity. That's why you'll look, I overexposed some a little bit, underexposed them. That's why there's so many shots of them, because actually to get all the detail of them, you have to overexpose them a little bit for you to see all the details of the feathers. So that's why I do that. Yeah, they seem ugly, but in a way they're beautiful. I mean, they haven't changed in, you know, 153 million years. Just like the possum, which is impressive, and the alligator as well, and the crocodile. I mean, when you don't have to morph anymore and to survive, to me that's pretty impressive. Those are actually impressive birds. Super flyers, fantastic smell. And what people don't realize is how hard they can bite down. They can bite right down through a carcass hide of a dead cow, about 1,300 psi, which is right up there with a pit bull. They're designed perfectly for what they do, and their eyesight's great as well. Yeah, I don't think they're ugly. I know they're just like remarkable looking, you know. But I've never had them sit there and just stare at me blinking. It was really cool. I mean, I'll stand a 10 times better chance of getting closer to a bald eagle than I will those. They take a long time to get airborne, and if you ever watch them looking for carrion and dead animals along the highway, they're very careful about where they land. They'll pass up on a good meal just because they eyeball the area and think, man, if somebody came up at me, I'll never get out of there. I'm not kidding you. You could never trap them where they don't stand a good way out. They're very conscious about taking off. And they're huge birds. I think so. Oh, Daisy found a dead something. Daisy's such a good dog. I let her do whatever she wants. You having fun, hon? Found a good spot? Good girl, hon. Good girl, huh? Wow. Yeah, coyotes too. Super smart. I've seen coyotes before doing surveillance in Chicago where it was busy. And there'd be something dead in the road. They'd go out, eat on it for a while, look both ways, see the traffic coming, go sit by the side of the road, wait till the traffic cleared, went back out there. I mean, they're experts at surviving. Oh yeah, that's what Daisy does, yep. You get a lot of ospreys. I've seen bald eagles here before. All the associated migrating ducks. But usually these ducks and stuff, they want to get on the calm part right here. I'm sure they've already picked this place clean, this little lagoon here of fish, which is why you don't see anything floating around in there. I bet it's been cleaned out. And on the other side, they try and avoid rough water if they can. They'll do it, but they'd rather go into places like this where it's easy pickings. Yeah, it is erosion. Actually, this spot right here is like a lagoon that's been here forever. If you Google Tawas Point State Park, well, that little thin strip of sand right there is all that's keeping that from becoming part of Lake Huron, which is going to be a big problem. I mean, if you read about this stuff, you know lagoons are important. I mean, it's an entirely different mini ecosystem to the open waters of the lake. Different things survive, bugs breed here, and the birds eat the bugs, and blah, blah, blah. Dazer? Hey, hon. That a good girl. Yeah, Daisy's a great dog. Come on, hon. See, when you see Daisy walk from the front like this, you can see her bow leg. She's got a real wide chest, and she's bow-legged, but her butt's small. That's why she kind of hops when she runs. Her legs are so far apart. Good girl, hon. Yeah, Slim, I think she has a good life. I was thinking that this morning. I mean, I don't think I should deserve any award for it, but it's worked out perfect getting Daisy and the life she has. I mean, I think I give her a good life. Daisy doesn't care about cyberbullying. Yes, it's supposed to rain later today, but boy, it's not now. This is as good as it gets. No, she'll go in the water. She just did it the other day. She likes going in waters like this and swimming around and grabbing things, but not all the time. In the summer, I put her in there to cool her off. But it's not like a pit bull or a Labrador. It's just going to go flying out there on their own. She will once in a while, but not that much. Come here, Days. Come on. Come on. I don't 100% trust her. Come on. I don't 100% trust her with people. Come on. Come on, Dazer. Days, hon. Come on, Dazer. Oh, no, it's okay. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. No, I'm just screwing around with chat, actually. Thanks. Come on, hon. Good girl. Get over there, hon. See, this is lens. You guys know this. This is the 300 millimeter lens I've got with a 1.4 teleconverter on it. I'll switch to a smaller lens today. You stay there, hon, okay? You stay there, honey. It's my Aldi's bag. You stay there, girl, okay? Philip, get lost, you idiot. Superwoman, block that retard. You stay there, hon. Dad gonna be back, okay? Yeah, thanks, Lynn, but honest to God, man, I mean, I've never told people to thumbs up, like, subscribe, none of that. It's basically just the same kind of videos of stuff that interests me, and if they like it, great, and if they don't, they can get the old virtual boot right in the back of the pants. But thank you, appreciate it. Because you get so indoctrinated in this view subscriber craziness that when you go onto channels and they're begging you to subscribe, like I just promised myself day one I would never become a slave to a hobby. I've never I get rid of the people I don't like and give a big hug to the ones that I do. It's the camera equipment. There's a, yeah, it is a camera equipment. Let me give you a couple examples of that. Like, I like a particular kind of view when I do photography. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. And lens will cause what's called compression. Like, you see that big lens I have on there now? I've got all the good lenses for that Nikon D850, the full frame. But I like using the telephoto so much because it creates compression. When you see those Amish shots where like there's a buggy and a horse going down a hill and you can see way far into the distance, that's all done by the illusion of the lens. A lot of things are like that. And you can only do that with a lens. I mean, there's a trade-off between what you see with your eye and what you see in an image done by a mechanical device like a camera. That's why to get back to where you try to make it look like what somebody sees, it requires a lot of photoshopping and color correction and stuff like that. You'll notice a lot of times, like I'm going to put a lens on now, I think it's 8 to 22 millimeter, which is different on a full frame camera, but it's going to look like you're looking at a bug eye lens, but that's the design of it. So at a very close distance, I can get like the whole picture of this lagoon. It distorts things somewhat, but there's no other way around it. Yeah, camera you can do a lot of manipulation with. And if you'll see sometimes, like I'll give you an example, like if you thought somebody had a good body or something like that, or they had a big butt and you think, God, man, they really got a big butt, or their face is disproportionate, it's the lens. And Hollywood's very conscious of that. So are the news stations. They want to put that image in as best a light as they can. And that's why digital photography now, you're forced to use such bright light. I mean, it's kind of been a problem. Yeah, you can either be pretty far or you can be pretty close. Like on that lens that I just showed you, the real long one, that's a very narrow scope of field. And I like it that way. So when I zoom in on a seagull eating a Snickers wrapper, that's all you see. Everything else is called bokeh. It's kind of blurred around it. I like that look. I don't like you to see like everything for a million miles away. But like this lens I'll switch to take pictures today, it's an entirely different look. Nah, it's, I never really was into swimming or anything too much. And this is this water's cold. I bet I would say this water this time of year is probably around 44, 45. They just had a couple people drowned in Michigan the other day. I mean, if you were paddling your kayak out there and you fell over, you know, you better hope somebody sees you, because you're not going to be paddling around out there in 45-degree water for very long. Hey United, how you doing? I mean, it's very dangerous. I mean, right here, if you fell in, no big deal. You could stand up. And that's a very shallow lake. But cold water will take you out in no time, especially if you're not some spring chicken. Lake Huron, not really. If you look at the contour maps, you can walk out there and it'll be only up to your waist. This is because it's coming around the backside of East Tawas Bay. Now, you don't have the protection where the bay starts. It's different. But this isn't like the real full brunt of an east wind, because we're at this Tawas Bay, kind of. There are parts of Lake Huron that are deep, but not like Lake Superior. I mean, the complaints about Lake Superior, if you look at this side, I mean, Lake Huron, there's not like the fine dining, and it's more cabins as it is to luxury condos and rentals. So this is the working man side of the state, but I like it because, first of all, I'd rather see sunrises and sunsets, and it keeps a lot of people from coming up here. Which is fine with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to switch lenses, and I'm going to go down and photograph and video this beach today. So you guys have a good day today. Hope you have a good day. And I'll talk to you later. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true, United Clans. Yeah, these lakes take out people all the time. It's mainly because they're just, you know, if you're prepared for falling over and you're conscious about it, that's one thing. But if you just think it's one big giant pool of fun and you get careless, it'll take you out. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Peachy. Appreciate it. I will upload video, though. As I've said all along, these videos, people not really into them that much, but that's all right, because I like watching them later. All right, Mama, take care. Yep, you too, Shell. See you, Superwoman.